My husband changed after his father died, then one night, I became afraid of him. I used to think grief could make someone angry. I never imagined I would become afraid of the person I married. I'm 30 years old, and my husband is 35. We've been married for 3 years. Earlier this year, his father died. We spent nearly 6 weeks staying with his mother, helping her through everything. My husband was devastated, but I understood. I tried to support him in every way I could. Then we came home, and slowly, he became someone I barely recognized. At first, it was just cruel jokes. I love sitting outside and watching birds in our backyard. Sometimes I whistle to make them come closer. One day, my husband looked at me and made a disgusting comment about the birds wanting me. I was shocked, but I told myself, he's grieving. Then it happened again, and again. He started making humiliating comments about my body. If another woman complimented my hair or clothes, he would spend hours calling her my girlfriend and making disgusting jokes. I told him I wasn't comfortable. I suggested therapy. He refused. He said he knew he needed to change and could handle it himself. The strangest part was how loving he still was toward his mother. He would listen to her for hours. He would comfort her when she cried. He checked on her constantly. But whenever he hung up the phone, his entire personality seemed to change. He became cold, irritated, sometimes downright cruel. I started wondering what I had done to deserve it. Then came last night. My husband initiated intimacy. I didn't really want to, but I was afraid of upsetting him. He often told me that rejection made him feel unwanted, and I would end up feeling guilty. So I went along with it. But this time was different. There was no affection, no tenderness. He seemed angry. His behavior became rough enough that I was actually hurting. And I was scared to tell him. Think about that. I was lying beside my own husband, afraid to tell him that he was hurting me. Eventually, I pushed him away. I looked at him and quietly said, I'm hurt. Then I started crying. And what happened next is something I still can't process. Instead of stopping to comfort me, he tried to make me continue. I immediately pulled away. He laughed. He actually laughed and said, You escaped. Then he walked away, took a shower, and went to bed. He never asked if I was okay. Not once. I spent the rest of the night lying there, staring at the ceiling, wondering when the man I married disappeared. For months, I had blamed everything on grief. I told myself he was hurting. I told myself he needed time. I told myself the cruel comments weren't really him. But last night made me question everything. Because grief may explain why someone is hurting. It doesn't give them permission to hurt you. And now I have a terrifying question running through my mind. What happens if this wasn't the worst night? What happens if next time, I don't manage to push him away? I don't know if my marriage can be saved. I don't even know if I want it to be anymore. Because the man I used to feel safest with is now the man I'm afraid to be alone with. And tonight, for the first time since we got married, I'm seriously considering locking the bedroom door.